Did you see George and Laura on Dr. Phil? I love Dr. Phil, but he was a little inappropriate. The questions he asked them about the Bush girls. Dr. Phil goes, are you all spankers? Do you spank the girls? Whoa. Then he says, Janice stuck her tongue out. Did you discipline her for that? Do I see a pattern here? I guess her being spanked and sticking her tongue out, is that what you're trying to get at, Dr. Phil? All right, I take things that way, maybe. But John Walker Lynn, the American Taliban guy, wants an early release. His lawyer must have been like, come on, John. If you had Johnny Cochran and Dershowitz, maybe they could get you a deal where the other inmates would stop spitting in your food once a week. Because of that one American, we all have to get profiled, even the Americans. I get searched at the airport all the time, and I'm a semi-celebrity. Now, maybe it's because I don't fly under my own name, to be fair. I use a fake name, Cat Stevens. But still. Now you got John Kerry is coming to the debate tonight with that new bronze. He's totally bronzed. You see him? I knew this show was having an effect on the culture. He's trying to look like Rich Voss, all right? Can you imagine that I haven't heard from Voss in the past, like, week and a half? Interesting. He's probably sitting in his awful Jersey house with his fake tan in front of a fake cardboard background of a tropical beach scene, on the phone with his girlfriend going, Bonnie, did you hear about Tough Crowd? I bailed just in time. I told Norton to do the last comic stand-up, but he wouldn't listen, and they called me dumb. That's the Boston couch. Oh, brother. Why'd you have to smash up my brownies like that? Stupid. 2 New York City councilmen have introduced a bill that would set a curfew prohibiting anyone under 18 from being out in public in the city without an adult between midnight and 6 a.m. I guess that's for all teenagers. It's for you, your kids. Now listen, what do you guys think of this law?
I think Patrice better go out and lobby against it, or else he's not going to have anybody left to date.
You probably should have said no.
What is that supposed to mean? Is that a pedophile joke, or you know what? That would.
So are we supposed to just start talking? Is that how this?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Just start talking, but basically try to make it on the subject.
Oh, okay, right.
Do you like these curfews?
The whole curfew thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that and these are kids under 18, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, under 18.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that they should. I think they should be indoors.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think they should. That's my opinion. I'm not allowed to have a business show about opinions.
You are.
Right? We go one at a time, right? That's
well, no, we don't do that. Sometimes we do, and sometimes we don't.
We try to cut each other off as best as possible.
Go ahead, stupid. What are we going to say?
It also depends on
well, we usually don't.
It depends on the kid's background. It depends on what their parents are about. If their parents are like...
If they're white or black, you mean, like...
I can't say that. I got a black
No, that's what we do on the show. We do our race a lot.
No, it depends. I think it depends on what they're... No, it's not a white or black thing.
Jesus, hurry up, Pauly. Heroin addict, can you looking it up?
I think it depends.
Maybe you should stay off the streets, you drug addict. Jesus Christ. I think that's if I was made to come in the house early, I got in a lot of trouble. My mother was a single parent, man. She worked all day. She was too tired to discipline me, so I was out running the streets, doing goofy stuff. And I should have had a cop make me go in the house, and I'd be off the streets. And some of these kids need somebody to tell them to get the hell off the streets.
I think they're too overprotective.
Because they're who robbing people. 35-year-old people aren't robbing anybody.
Of course, it's when you're young, you get into all this trouble.
But he's not, well, Patrice is not talking about, he's talking about committing crimes, not being overprotected.
Well, the curfew is overprotective to me. I think it's an
individual situation.
But that's a problem. You carry individual situation for a whole country, for a society.
She was pregnant with me, and I'm fine. I'm completely
She did what?
Fine. She fell off and you shot out.
She
fell off the bar stool?
I was pregnant. When she was pregnant with me.
Sitting there on Dorchester Avenue.
I'm completely
She fell off a bar stool when she was pregnant with you, and she got knocked up while she was sitting on one.
What he's saying is...
Here's the problem, all right? We talked about crimes, and look, when I was a kid, the crimes I committed were always because I wasn't in the house. If I was...
What?
When I was... Look...
Thank you.
No. Get
him! Get him!
Get him! Let me tell you.
Okay.
Don't let him finish. Get him!
You have to. When I was a kid, we would ring people's doorbells and say, you got Prince Albert in a can? And when they said, yeah, we go, well, you better let him out.
What are you talking about?
He really saved himself that time. All right, look at this. A Maryland high school is holding its all-white reunion for alumni who attended the school before 1969. The year was desegregated. And apparently there's a problem with it. What a shock. Let's see what this picture is. It's probably, oh, look, the good old days.
Wait, what's the name of this town? A little place called Utopia?
No.
Now, Pauly,
Fucking racist at your show, man.
let's face it, I told you Peter's charm was wearing off. You didn't believe me.
Sexual, Colin. I think they're afraid of the sexual prowess of the black men.
What is
That's what
At 70 years old?
I do. I think at 70. I saw these guys breakdancing in Times Square the other day. They had their shirts off, black guys. They were hot. They were all, you couldn't even get a space because all the Midwest ladies were like standing there leering at them like, oh my
Well,
God, they're hot.
is there high school reunions with just black people that don't want white people to go?
Thank you.
I hope so, yeah.
Good one, Pauly.
You know what I mean?
On Rikers Island.
Can I tell you something? We only black people only complain about
Have you
this
guys
just because we feel like
Have
it.
you had that before, though? Have you
What's
had
that?
Well, just like a black high school reunion
We
thing?
try to keep white people out of everything we
So
do.
then why
but they
can't the white
always
people
You don't
find
have
a
to
way-
try.
people out?
They always find a way to call the cops, or they always find a way to do something to involve themselves in our fun. Now,
But you gotta
here's
have
what they do.
You gotta have black people at the white reunion because once the white girl gets drunk, she's gonna want to hook up with the black guy
That's
anyway.
right.
So.
I totally
He just-
my whole thing.
Why do black people want to go to this corny event? Give me like 60 days without the
This is not the point.
The point is we don't care. We only care
Exactly.
because white people. We just say against anything white people are for.
Thank you.
But we don't want to party with what old black person want to party with them? Young white people are corny.
Yeah.
Imagine those old fuddy duddies.
Exactly. So why do you have to irritate us with
wants
these
to party?
stupid-ass lawsuits and complaints?
Who wants to party with an
They
old
need
white
the
woman
money.
after her uterus falls on the floor because she's trying to dance to 50 Cent?
Exactly. He's right, but will everyone see the other point? We'll be right back. U.S. troops stationed at an air base in Germany will no longer be allowed to visit prostitutes, even though prostitution is legal over there, which I didn't know it was legal in Germany. Yeah. The military
legal
feels that
everywhere.
the soldiers should follow the same laws and morals of our country, America, no matter where they are. What do you guys think about this?
Well, I think you got to get. I mean, if you're over, I mean, that's like the. It's obvious. It's a bonus. You got.
Yeah.
Can you say the P word on here in the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Well, I mean, it's an obvious thing. I mean, I think that, yeah, everyone's got to get, you know?
You can't.
Like, when they're
Vaginal-
fighting, if you're out
everyone's
there
gotta
and
get
you're fighting,
vaginal,
and you, right? And you the same
Yeah.
thing
What
with
do you
women,
think, Stu?
I
the
think
women
you should
over
do a
fighting.
commercial with Pauly speaking out for it, that you should get right?
But what do you
Women
think,
need
Sue,
to
as a
get-
woman? Do you
I
find
think-
this is good for the
Well,
troops?
as a woman, I don't know how I feel about prostitution, but as I think if they're in a different country, that they should
Well,
be able to.
Right.
Either way, how are people? I mean, you're over there, and if you're an army guy or whatever, and you go start hitting on the army girls,
Right.
and all of a sudden that's problematic.
That's
Then
right.
You can't go get prostitutes. How are you supposed to just jerk off all the time?
Why don't they worry about the
What are
soldiers
they
with like
supposed to do
those
if they want to
missing
get laid?
limbs?
It's ridiculous. Get transferred to Abu Ghraib. If you want to get laid, you should be able to.
I just think it's so funny that everything's about sexual repression instead of like the limbs that are missing on the soldiers and everything. Why
We're
does it have
doing
to be-
Germany.
Well, this is after like probably
No.
after they go out. and
Notice how
chill.
Patrice is being quiet because he knows it's all brothers over there in Germany. That's why half the kids in Germany are half white
He
and black
talk-
right
what about
now.
the prostitutes here?
I'm not lying. All the German
knows
girls in the
that.
early 70s, all these brothers came with their smooth raps, schlagen, hagen. Next thing you know, all the kids are white and black. Admit it. That's where Millie and Vanilli came from.
Pimpin' ain't easy. It's worldwide, man.
It's worldwide
You know,
pimping.
you know what
They're
this
on a
is?
worldwide
And
mission.
this is not because the black soldiers are getting the bitches to do it for free, and the white soldiers are paying. We know the deal. That's why I ain't talking.
No, those soldiers work really hard.
Prostitution, smostitution.
They
It's
should
all
be
the
able to
same.
get a tune-up every
Wait,
once
excuse
in a
me.
while. I
That was
think
all
they should
very
be able to.
great and street cred, except for prostitution, schmostitution. Let me show you prostitution at its worst. Right here. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about.
She's not a prostitute.
Look at, she's 17. I told you. She's
Not 17.
Let's move on to the next subject.
You're 42. What's your
I'm 42. Shut up.